heartfelt namaste. I, Anuradha, would thank all of you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to our videos and audios, and writing in your comments and suggestions on our YouTube and Spotify channels. Today, we are going to talk about the Prashna. Many a times we find people asking, will my house be sold? How do I see the sale of my house, etc. So when we are seeing the sale of a house, we in Prashna, we have to be very careful about certain things. We will only eye those karakas or those influences that are important for the Prashna. As far as the sale of house is concerned, let us have a look on the karakas that are important for us. The house, or for that matter, in any Prashna, and even in checking a chart, the lagna is most important for any chart that you are checking. There has to be a connect with the lagna, because the lagna is the start. The third house talks about the sale of the house, the loss of the property, or the documentations that you have to do. The 11th house, because there are gains for us when we sell our house, and also a desire is being fulfilled. The sale of a house is also a desire that needs to be fulfilled. So the 11th house, which is both gain and desire. And then the 12th house. Why the 12th house? Because there is a property which is being sold. So all this are very important, and we will have to keep our focus only on this. First and foremost, the lagna lord, the lagna, the third house, that is the house of documentation or loss of property or property, and the 11th house, which is the house of gains, the fulfillment of desires. Not to forget the 12th house, because though you're getting something, you're getting money in exchange, but then there is also a loss that you're facing, and that is the loss of property. Again, there are certain karaks that needs to be taken into account. Two most important ones are Mars and Mercury. Why Mercury? Mercury is the third lord of the natural zodiac, and it is also the karaka of documentation and the loss of house property, which is denoted by the third house. Mars, because it is the property involved or property in question. For monies, obviously the 11th house and the 11th lord makes a difference. So we have a question. I mean, long ago, I did have a question, somebody putting forward a question to me, that is somewhere in July, that they have a house and they want to sell the house. So when will they be able to sell the house? Now, first and foremost, I needed to check whether the sale of house was a given thing in the chart. Was it going to be easy or was it going to be difficult? So here I see the third house. The third house is lorded by its own lord, Ketu, and is aspected by Mars, which, because it is a lagna, which is a Virgo lagna, is the third lord, and Mars is in the 12th house. As I told you, the 12th house also needs to be check, because there is a loss, and Mars being in the 12th house for this question is good, because then it aspects the third house, cementing the fact that yes, there will be a sale of property. Now, what is the connect with the lagna? The lagna is sitting, the lagna lord is sitting with the 12th lord sun in the 11th house. We did talk about the 11th connect with the lagna lord also. And since we are talking about the 11th lord, the 11th lord aspects here from Dhanishta Nakshatra, 11th lord being moon, aspecting from the 5th house in Dhanishta Nakshatra, the 11th house, and in turn being aspected by Mercury and Sun both, which are respectively the 12th the lagna lord and the 12th lord from the 11th house. Very strong and a tight conjunction relationship, so as to speak. Again, Mars, the third lord, is being disposited by the 12th lord sun. So all in all, we see a very strong relation happening here. Also, we see that Saturn in this chart is retrograde. Now, what does retrograde Saturn have to do with the chart? Should it matter? Yes, it should matter. If you haven't watched my retrograde video in about Prashna, please do, so that you will understand that if there is a retrograde planet which is involved in the entire mix, and here's Saturn is with Moon, the 11th Lord, aspects Mercury and Sun, which are the 11th and the Lagna Lord. So Saturn does make a difference. All in all, there is a strong connect between the Lagna Lord, the 3rd Lord, the 11th and the 12th Lord, and with Saturn. So either the people coming to see that property will be quite a number of times, or this property will be sold only once Saturn goes direct. Both the cases are possible. And since Rahu also aspects the Lagna, where we have to take into consideration all the aspects on the Lagna, so we can say that this property will go away very suddenly. The sale of the property is going to happen very suddenly. And in fact, this is what happened. Another point that we need to consider, that since the 12th Lord is in the 11th house, there could be an asking price which is quite high, but the people may not get that higher price because it is also aspected by Saturn, and there can be a lot of debate or a lot of going back and forth about the price concern, because again Saturn is retrograde from the 5th house with a huge amount involved, Saturn equalizing the amount to the normal rates. And this is exactly how this Prashna worked out. They probably asked for a higher price, and they got an equalizing price as the price that was paid in those areas at that time. It was a sudden sale, and people were at that point happy about it. Documentation, etc., happened as per the way it should. Till we meet with you again, do write in how it works on your Prashna, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Please hit the bell icon for fresh updates. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on the videos, and please subscribe to our channel.